Hey marketers, this is Philippe, Florida Costume March. Yes, I do have a bird here in my office for some reason, but anyway, this video is about trade shows and how we've discovered that more and more companies who have trade shows in Florida, which is a very big destination for trade shows, those companies actually are from everywhere. I mean, we've had calls from Eastern Europe, or of course the United States, of course, Western Europe, companies that needed costume branded items for upcoming trade shows, and of course they don't want to have to carry all that stuff. In the United States, I would imagine many of them have their local suppliers. Or if they don't, or if they feel like they want to have somebody local, we're getting calls from them asking us to get the custom branded items from them sent out to the trade show or sent out to the office to take to the trade show. Most of them just want to have everything go directly to the trade show. Now, there's much logistic when it comes to shipping to a trade show, and making sure that it's going to the right place, the right booth, the right address, and you really have to ask a lot of questions and make sure that when you do order those items that you're dealing with someone who knows what they're doing, so that your custom branded merch doesn't end up in some warehouse somewhere or at the trade show but nobody knows where it is. Besides the fact that we also work as advisories when it comes to what works best, and it's particularly companies who are not located in Florida may not know. If they're targeting Florida companies, may not know what actually is best for Florida. I mean, we are right here, but then beyond that, we're always happy to help with target marketing and making sure that you don't just come to us because you want great prices or whatever, because you want often innovation or specific type of items, or you are eco-conscious and you want to make sure that the items are really eco-conscious, and you don't want to spend a lot of time looking, which many don't, and then even if you spend a lot of time looking, sometimes you'll spend a lot of time but still won't even know a tenth of what's available, which means that you'll miss out on maybe items that will really help you stand out at the trade show. As far as trade shows in Florida, so you have the top locations. The first one being Miami Beach, a very big place. Let me tell you a bit more about that one. Miami Beach. Actually, I don't have it here, so I can't tell you. But please look it up, and we'll make a video about that. And then you have, of course, the next best one, which are also very, very popular, very busy, is the one in Orlando. And then next to that, you're going to have Tampa, and then Fort Lauderdale, who has Palm Beach, and Southwest Florida. So there are many locations for trade shows, some more popular than others, being Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando. And with that said, again, you want to make sure that you have the right costume branded items and the best possible costume branded items for the market you're trying to target, or at least also for your brand, and make sure that your brand shows properly and makes a great impression. Now, why do costume branded items matter at a trade show? Well, the first one is, and maybe we see it every time, it doesn't matter, at first glance, it doesn't matter what you are offering. It's free. People love giveaways. Now, it won't matter once people come to your booth. They see you have something to give away, so they come to your booth. That's the first attraction. After that, what are you offering? Is it something they're going to use now or later? Is it something that's going to last? Is it going to work well? If you're going to give out a pen, for example, is it going to send the right message? If people are into eco-friendly items, are they going to be happy to see a plastic unrecycled pen? So you want to make sure, and also you want to make sure that if you do something like a pen or whatever item you use, and like even a bottle opener, that it's not going to break, the pen's going to continue writing as long as possible, so that not only will your booth be noticed, but later on you will be remembered, which is our slogan, by the way. Our slogan is get noticed and be remembered. When you give a custom branded item, you are leaving a something tangible, a reminder of your brand, a reminder that they saw you at the trade show. The other great thing about custom branded items, which unfortunately we've seen not being taken advantages enough, or done well enough, is once people come to your booth, it's not just to say, hey, here's a free item, or we sell spaghetti, or whatever that you're doing. It's to expand on that. It's an opportunity for networking. So that item you give out, that custom branded merch item that you give out, should give you the opportunity to start a conversation, to talk about your company, to offer more information. People don't always like to walk into a booth, particularly if they feel like, this is really not of interest to me, and they just don't know. The same way you don't know, what's available in terms of custom branded items. Until you ask, you actually don't know, and that's what we're here for. You're going to ask us, and we're going to tell you, have you heard about that one? And it's going to be a big hit, and so on. But again, for you also, when people come to your booth at a trade show, you want to strike a conversation. You want to talk to them about what you do. You want to give them more information. You want to create interest, and then you give them the. Thank you for listening to the podcast. There should be a button on this podcast where you can share your thoughts with us. We'd be happy to hear from you. And of course, we'll respond very quickly. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Success in all you do.